Hey, good morning, everybody. I hope everyone's having a lovely morning, especially the largest domestic terrorists who need a therapist, the Masons and the Stones. Now, they're not just in America, it's worldwide. Um, Basically, they're all religions, all walks of life. The saying is some chop wood, some fill water, everybody plays a role. So they have police officers, firefighters, people who work in Lifetime Fitness, janitors, you name it, teachers, um, all walks of life. So they're the people who are also hiding in the back of the churches. If you read 2 Kings chapter 12, verse 12, okay? And there's a couple more verses about them in the Bible, but one of them is some chop wood, some fill water, everybody plays a role. And they're put in the back so nobody notices them, okay? And it's mostly like you'll see license plates in Minnesota if you live in Minnesota. They have a 66 or a 99 or a 696. They literally had to make all the new license plates. The reason for that is there's so many of them. Okay, that's why they have to keep coming out with new license plates. Because these people are insane. Okay? And they're the people, like, as soon as someone finds out about them and starts talking about them. For example, the firefighter in St. Paul, okay, that's what she spoke up about. Okay, and they tried to make her feel crazy. So shout out to, I believe, a firefighter's family member. That girl, I think it was her sister. I think I saw her, so love you, girl. But they'll eat their own too. That's what's happening right now. They're just going insane. So if you're not a Mason and Stone, if you're not in the cult, I'm proud of you. You didn't take the blood money. Okay. So let's get to my case, my divorce case. Judge David L. Knutson, he's in my dad's phone book. Okay, that's a huge conflict of interest. Just like Paul Larson, the responding officer, who works 4 doors down from my dad, he's also in my dad's phone book. Okay, so Judge Knutson, I was not supposed to have him for my divorce case. I was supposed to have Moynihan. And at the last minute, the day of like our actual first hearing, it was a totally new judge. So that's what they do. They cheat and they lie. Now remember, they've been labeled a domestic terrorist, the largest domestic terrorist group in the world. Okay, now we have judges who are Masons and Stones. Not all of them. Okay, but the ones I know of for sure in Dakota County are Wurgermeyer. The one, if you go on the website and just look at all the judges, basically the ones that are in the churches, they put it on their bio. Now again, that's violation, separation of church and state. And what Judge David L. Knutson did to me is a hate crime. I'm Jewish, he's Christian. And if they're all Christian courts. They're all royal courts. They go back to the God King of England. Okay? It's called the Inns of Courts, the Inner Temple, the Middle Temple, and Gray's Temple. And they're the people who fake presidential shootings. Like the Trump one, it was all staged. How could you tell that shooting was staged? Go rewatch the video of the Trump shooting. Watch the crowd. Okay? You could hear there were just little pop, pop, pop. I think I heard 3 pops. The crowd doesn't react. Okay? And then Trump had a squib device on his face. So go look what a squib device is. Same thing they used for the JFK assassination. And they take pride in this. Okay, they take a lot of pride in that stuff. Because they deceive everybody. I mean, they lie about everything. They will lie to your face. Go watch the videos of my dad. Like, they'll say anything to get their way. So they don't get caught. So the Trump shooting was staged. It was a red flag, red stage event. They exited left, as you'll see. So I just start looking at that stuff. If you watch the Trump shooting, the crowd doesn't react like a normal shooting. Go watch real shootings. The crowd, if anybody hears or sees gunshots, they run for their lives. Nobody moved in the crowd. So they're also the people who are the ones who did all the riots. And they have cops too. And it was all staged. Those riots were just, all right, do whatever you want. Because they got caught. Basically. So, and like all the protests, like if you're a normal person, is not insane Mason and Stone person, do you ever have time to go protest or spend money to go do what, like all these staged events or like a presidential speech? Like, do you ever have time to do that? No. So that's how they trick us all. So that's what I wanted to get out. I'm gonna write I've been writing a lot of blogs about them. So go check out my website at presidentuniverse.com or presidentandrewcomboy.org. And so, in my divorce case, Judge David L. Knudsen, I mean, he's number one. He committed a gross misdemeanor, and then he's also a felon. He's violated the state constitution and the federal constitution. Okay, I asked for a new judge. He's not allowed to deny that. They're not allowed to deny that. I asked to submit remote when I was at Michigan State, appeared as a remote appearance, which they did through all the. I've done plenty of remote appearances. And he put warrants out for my arrest. Illegal warrants out for my arrest. So Judge Knudsen, I'm urging you, if you haven't already, to go turn yourself in to the FBI, because you're a criminal. Okay, you violated everything you took an oath to uphold as a judge. Now remember, judges and lawyers, they take an oath to the Christian Bible. I'm Jewish. So this is a hate crime by him. And so if you go look on the First Judicial District's website, you can just see all the judges that put their church that they're associated with. I tried to file an HRO and an OFP against Kirsten and my dad because they really harassed me, and they should have no problem putting that in place since she had one against me. Okay, I talked to a lawyer about this. He said he would have done, right when she filed that, I would have filed one against her. So that's what I did. I forget the woman's name, but I believe she was a retired judge and then came just for my OFP hearing with my dad and Kirsten. And if they would have, if that would have been in place, a lot of the abuse that happened to me would have never happened. So I just wanted people to be aware of that. The Masons and Stones, if you go look in the Bible, 2 Kings chapter 12, verse 12, they're also, it's conspiracy. Conspiracy to defraud the American people. There's so many crimes that they've committed. And again, it's not everybody, but it's a lot of people that took the blood money. And then if you know somebody in society who like doesn't work, doesn't have a job, but they just like have all this money and nice things, that's probably in Masons and Stones. Because they're the real communists. They take care of each other. They share everything. Everything's free for them. So watch out for those type of people. You'll see them like gardening all day. So if they don't have a job, they don't work, and they just continue to have all this money, well, they're either selling pictures of their kids to pedophiles, or they're doing some other thing for the club or the cult. So I'm urging you all to stop what you're doing, okay? Because it's so easy to tell who you are now